it's all my fault that we didn't advance. I'm looking forward to the highs.
Nice little Christmas present for Austin.
I got plus braking big time in the car.
Huge implications for Jimmy Johnson.
Right rear.
I've lost championships this way. I won championships this way. One meant to be.
I didn't know what the points looked like, but it had to be Jamie.
It came down to the 88 and the 1.
All clear. There you go.
You deserve every bit of that, brother.
That was a hell of a good.
Kevin Harvick has been able to keep his championship hopes alive.
Good job, buddy. I got no power. I think he's going to make it while I'm on the car for the apron.
A costly period in time here early in this race for Kyle Larson.
Well, the price flagging us. We got our number on 42 pass through. Too many crew on the wall.
You came into this race feeling like you had a solid chance to transfer 2, and you didn't transfer any.
NASCAR racing from Dover is on NBCSN. Xfinity Series is tomorrow. Second playoff race in the round of 12. Coverage begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Then Sunday, Monster Energy Cup Series playoffs continue with the elimination race. That coverage starts at 2 p.m. Monster Energy Cup Series qualifying from Dover just concluding. Martin Truex Jr. wins the pole. Here are the 16 that are fighting to stay in championship contention and where they will start. How important this is. Guys like Austin Dillon, who starts way back in 23rd. Jamie McMurray back there in 26 to start this race.
Well, Rick, Jeff pointed this out when we talked after the second round of qualifying. Big winner in this whole grid to me is Ryan Newman down in 14th. 8th position. He's going to start well ahead of Austin Dillon, well ahead of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kurt Busch, Casey Kane. And that's really what I look at. I look at from Jamie McMurray down. That's the group that we're going to see become eliminated. A couple of these cars aren't going to make it that are currently in. I think Ryan Newman has the head start starting in the top 10.
Yeah, I think we're assuming that Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick are all in good shape. But with an early race problem, one of those guys could have an issue. So them qualifying well puts them in position to potentially earn a few stage points, and that's a huge advantage to those teams that built an advantage based on the success they had during the regular season.
Ryan Newman is going to start in the 8th position, and that's going to help him because right now he's below the cut line. So those positions, every position is worth a point. And just moments ago, Parker caught up with him.
Ryan Newman qualifies 8th here at Dover. Ryan, seemed like a solid qualifying session. Your teammate was not able to make it into the final round there. What were you able to find on the racetrack there to maybe have a little better speed than him?
We've had a good crowd all day. Wastemaster's Chevrolet's been good, and we started in qualifying trim and just kind of kept it that way. And we're a little bit better there in Q2 than Q3, but just my weakness was probably getting over the bumps in turn 3 and through there. And I think I had a good run going before that, but nevertheless, we'll keep digging.
And as you look ahead to the race, 1 point back entering this race right now, does this give you a lot of confidence entering?
Let's go.
Talk to Martin Truex Jr. there, the pole winner. Give him a little high five.
No, we're going hunting. We got our. I don't know why you won the pole. We've got to go.
Got plans later. Ryan Newman's got plans to go hunting.
Matt Kenseth qualifies this one. 4th, Matt, did you get the lap that you were looking for out of this 20 car?
No. We got 3/4 of it. Then we just got tight on 4. I got on the wall a little bit and had to lift coming to the finish line. But we had a real fast car in practice. Just a little off in qualifying. The track's changed a little bit, and this place is it's such a knife edge. We just missed it just a little bit.
Yeah, fastest in this practice. You're a 3-time winner here. Do you get a sense that this could be one of your best shots to grab that first win of the season?
Man, I don't know. I mean, every week, really, when this team's at its best, I feel like we have a shot to win. So we just haven't been able to make it happen yet. So it's certainly been a track I really enjoy. One we've had kind of feast or famine at. We've had some problems here, but typically we run decent if we finish. So hopefully we can run up front and be in the mix here on Sunday.
Chase Elliott qualifies 12th for Sunday's race. Chase, what were you missing to maybe contend for the pole?
Good question. Wish I knew. We were a little tight, I thought, the first round and freed up, and it didn't really seem to help us, so I'm not sure if we should have left it alone and maybe go a little bit better. Not sure that I had a 40 in me, but yeah, I don't know. We'll go to work tomorrow. This is definitely a place where, as you know, you get your car driving good, and it can mean something here. So we'll try to do that tomorrow and see where it goes.
This has been a great place for you. You actually have an average finish of 3.7. So as we look ahead to the race, does that give you confidence? Do you know what you need your race car to do exactly to be good in the race?
You know, you look back at that, and one race was a fuel mileage race, and the other one half the field wrecked on the front straightaway. So I do think our last race here was actually pretty good. That was probably the best race I've ever had here. So looking back at that, I feel like, you know, hopefully a little bit of confidence can help us on Sunday. But the other two were, I wouldn't call them 100% real. But, you know, I think it's been a solid place and a place I like coming to. So I hope we can get our car driving good, like I said. And if we can do that and just have the pit stops we had last week, we'll be all right.
A place he likes coming to. That's half the battle for Chase Elliott.
Denny Hamlin will start Sunday's race from the 6th position. Denny, how happy were you with your lap there in that final round?
You know, it was okay. Ran a little faster than what we did the first couple rounds, but, you know, just, you know, a 10th off or so. You know, I need to find where that speed's at. You know, I sensed a little bit with the lap, the way the car was handling, that I could have got a little more out of it. But overall, you know, decent starting spot, and, you know, definitely can race them from there and, you know, get a good pit stall and see where we end up.
You have not won here. You best finished 4th. You've done that a couple of times. How do you better that come Sunday?
It's just been one of those tracks where, you know, I've just been, you know, average. You know, I would like to finish better at this racetrack. It's been, you know, definitely my worst track of the chase or the playoffs. But, you know, we just need a good finish. But, you know, to me, like I said last weekend, I mean, you know, I'd rather, you know, run great and finish bad than I would, you know, run terrible and finish good. It's just we're in that type of situation. I think we want to win some races and, you know, get more stage points.
So Denny Hamlin drives a Toyota, and they have been extremely strong. Look very impressive, especially in this qualifying. I want to take a look at where the top 4 drivers will line up for Sunday's race. As you go down this list, only one that will start inside of the top 10. And the 5 playoff drivers, Stenhouse Jr. and Brad Keselowski, starting 15th and 16th, respectively. But the fastest of the 4 drivers, Kevin Harvick, will start 9th. He's with Parker.
Kevin Harvick qualifies 9th for Sunday's race. And Kevin, what'd you need to maybe contend a little bit further up the field?
Well, you know, for us, we got a tremendous amount tighter from practice to qualifying, so we just never got on the other side of it. I felt like our Busch Ford had plenty of speed in practice, and we probably just didn't. I didn't let him make the big enough changes to catch up with the racetrack and be able to get in front of the tightness that we had. So a lot of times that happens here. You just never know which way it's going to go. And when that rubber gets on the racetrack, sometimes you just have to loosen the car up a little bit more than you had just to get it to turn.
And Chicago was a great race for you to start the playoffs. New Hampshire, not so much. Do you have confidence coming in here to Dover to end the first round of the playoffs well, or is this a place you're sort of uncertain about?
No, this has been a great racetrack for us since I've been at SHR. We won this race a couple years ago, and last year we had a parts failure, but it's been a great racetrack, and we've had a good weekend so far, and we've run well every time we've been here, so I don't expect anything different.
A lot of confidence, Kevin Harvick, coming here into Dover.
In June, it was a top 10 finish for Kevin Harvick. He finished 9th, and as he mentioned, back in 2015, he was able to win the race. So Kevin Harvick with high hopes coming in to Sunday's race.